I am every woman, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Whoa, 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 whoa. I am every woman, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hi everyone, welcome to Miss LPD's channel called I'm Every Woman. I'm a mother, a daughter, a sister, a friend, a colleague, and a lover. It's all in me. So, if you're looking for all things women, sit back, relax, and enjoy. That's not to say if you are not a woman, you are not welcome to my channel. Oh no! The more the merrier. So if you'd like to understand the women in your life a little better, you're welcome to be in this channel because trust me, you're gonna learn a thing or two about women. And it's always nice to understand the women better because you don't want to lose your mind trying to understand what do women want. So if you make this channel your home, trust me, it's gonna help you to understand women a little better. So I feel bad. Did I say my name? My name is Lungi, by the way. My name is Lungi for Lungile, but I prefer if you just say Lungi. And the Miss LPD are my initials for my names. You know, L for Lungi, obviously. P is the slave name, which I'm never gonna mention. And then the D is okay. Those who know me know what the D stands for. So I had meant to post regularly during the month of love, in February. Now it's the 5th of March. I still want to say something on love. Please let me say something on love because really I had meant to post, almost on it. Well, on YouTube, there's no way I can post on it daily. But I was hoping to post maybe 2 or 3 short videos and talk about love, during the month of love. But well, things happen, and unfortunately, I found myself in a position where I couldn't really do that. So, as you saw, or maybe you didn't see, today's title is When There's a Lot of Money, There's a Lot of Love, and also Men Hurt Too. So, this a topic of when there's a lot of money, there's a lot of love. It's something I actually heard. I can't remember where did I hear it from, and it just made me think a lot. And now that I have this platform, to express myself, I decided I need to talk about that. And when there's a lot of money, how can you tell if it's still real love or you don't care? Well, some of us, I guess, they don't care whether it's real love or not. They just know that they're in it. Enye nenye, uzayibona ngendlela, all that matters is they're in this, and there's a lot of money. For me, I'm happier if I live my true self. I'm happier if I live my authentic self, especially when it comes to such sensitive and important, you know, um, topics like love. This, I don't know. People change based on their different circumstances, based on their experiences of life. I suppose sometimes there comes a time in one's life where they find themselves being in a relationship for the money and they shift the love aspect, out of their minds. They just look at the whole situation with rose-colored glasses, like, and they try very hard to convince themselves until they believe in their own lies, until they believe in their own facade, until they believe in their own pretense that they are in love when they really know that they are not in love. You know, and as the saying goes, we look but we don't judge. We don't say anything. Well, definitely not in your face, but chances are behind your back, some people notice and they talk about the fact that, oh, shame. The poor guy, if it's a woman in a guy situation, if only he knew, would see this woman is really not in love with him. He's just in it for the money. Usually is a very sad thing to witness. It's even worse when the guy can see that I'm not really being loved here. Each time I don't give this person money, they sulk. They're not loving anymore. Even in the bedroom, the action becomes non-existent each time I withdraw finances from her. Um, but they still, because when the guy is in love, they just, or not just the guy, anyone, when they're in love, when we are in love, guys, even if we see that this love is really not working, this love is really not it, this love feels right, but I know very well that it's wrong. But because we're so in love, we just decide to just live in that zone of that Delulu land. We'd rather stay in Delulu land than face the reality of the love not really being there, the genuine love not really existing. So yeah, you do find couples where there's a lot of love and they seem to be so where there's a lot of money and they seem to portray so much love for one another. Only to find it's because there's lots of money. One of them is just so consumed by the love of money that they really do whatever it takes to convince the other party that they are in it, solely for the love. The money aspect is just a cherry on top. And the money is what holds this bond together, that holds the that keeps the love intact. And then you find that over time, when finances start dwindling, the love also dwindles along with the money. You find situations where like a much older woman falls head over heels with a much younger guy who's just in it for the money. But the way they just seem to show this older woman with money so much love, the woman naye uvele ahlanye yabona kahle nje ukuthi, oh, I am so lucky, my benten is so in love with me, so committed to me. It's all about the changing. Let the money get finished. Let's see if they're still gonna be as in love as they are at that moment. We've seen so many of these stories, on social media, on Netflix, where a lonely elderly woman who has lots of money that maybe she inherited from, perhaps proceeds from a divorce or the assets of her husband who has passed away, the late husband has passed away. Now they have all this money, and then they go searching for love online, and what's the tale to these younger guys who do that for a living? Because some of us have never been in that situation. You think, Kaibo, couldn't she tell that how can a younger guy a sculptured, physique. Why would a younger guy who's like maybe 30 years younger than you, maybe even 40 years younger than you, with sculptured bodies, everything in its place, six pack and everything, would be in love with an old, wrinkly grandma with gray hair everywhere? But yeah, Masusematandweni, and they're doing like a really good job at convincing you. You're not gonna see. You're not gonna see. You're just gonna be sure it's love. It's love. Getting so much attention from this guy. I'm getting so much love. I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed. Shame they even go as far as thanking the Lord every night. They pray and thank God for bringing this amazing man. Can't you shame the man is just there for the money? Well, he wa umakoko, and they're not aware because loneliness is the bad thing. Loneliness is the pits. When you lose your partner at your old age, you are in trouble. Be it you are a man or a woman. Usually you seek somebody younger when you're at that stage, Men definitely usually go, like 98% of the time, go for younger women. What? Women have leveled up as well. They're like, why get an older man? I don't want no older man. I'm also allowed to get a younger man, so they go for younger men. Then they find themselves in that trap where there's a lot of love because of a lot of money. We just need to try and be very woke about that situation, because it can happen to the best of us when you least expect. So those who think that money can't buy love, I don't know where they're coming from, because history has proven that money definitely does buy love. When it comes to money, anything goes. In Zulu we say, imali ayilithezi olunenkulumo. Money knows no bounds. 99% of the time, anything is obtainable when the ching is there. Let's not even fool ourselves. And because of the desperation for money, people do whatever it takes to make sure they are financially sorted. And they become such actresses and actors that kwabona, even they themselves, they can't tell whether they're acting or they're being real, But the people have perfected nowadays the art of acting and of putting up a facade. And they can put it on for such a long time. People can even marry a guy. Let me talk from a woman's perspective, since it's an every woman channel anyway. It's supposed to be a woman's channel. A man can even go as far as marrying you, getting married to you, all because of money. Sebugile wakala, and there are ones and twos. I'm gonna be sorted. I'm gonna be sorted. I'm gonna marry her, because they know how desperate you can get sometimes. I'm gonna marry her and show her so much love. I know what I'm aiming for. I know things about sorted la. And ahlale impela that guy, ahlale in that marriage. Maybe I tell okay, I'm gonna give it maybe 5-10 years. Kanti now, it's all about the money. There is actually some younger woman or a more age-appropriate woman in his life that he genuinely loves. I will not be behind the scenes, and like I said, because we live such this world of desperation nowadays. We find that even the younger woman knows about this whole situation, knows about the plan. It's okay, baby, I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna pop babies for you, as long as you love me, as long as you pay my rent and everything. We're just gonna wait for 10 years, and then either this woman sumut or this man sumut, and then we gotta sail away to our blissful world of love. You know, that's sad. That's very sad, but it happens. And we go on with this acting and think that we're never gonna be caught out. You know, it's impossible. We are all grown ups. At some point, a person will be able to remove the wool from their eyes and see the situation for what it really is. The body language alone, your behavior towards that person. At some point, it will show because you can't act forever. You get tired of acting forever. You can't be acting forever. It's impossible. At some point, you let your guard down, and then the signs will start showing. As in, this person really doesn't. I don't know, it's like genuine, real love for me. They don't really love me. They just love my money. You find that the person realizes each time I say no when they want money, the affection decreases. The even in the bedroom, the action becomes non-existent. They don't look at me the way they normally do. Each time I withdraw finances from them. So you're gonna be caught out. You're gonna be caught out. Some people spend their days, months, which can go on for years, just acting, living in this world of facade, pretending to be in love with the other person when they know the love left long time ago. Love left the building long time ago. They checked out long time ago. They're just staying because in it for the money. I remember this one lady who confessed to me that she no longer loves her husband. She stopped long ago because the husband had hurt her so much that it was impossible to continue being in love with him. But she had to stay in the marriage because she was committed to being in the marriage, but mostly because of that ching ching. She just was so in love with the lifestyle that being with that husband provided for her, and it was like, oh no, I'm just gonna stay. Just have to put up with the facade. Just have to pretend, as long as I get to live this luxurious life. The man was making lots of money where he was employed. He was not a businessman, but he was making lots of money because he earned in dollars, and he mostly worked from home. So this one time, I'm at a grocery shop and I bump into her. It was in the afternoon, and she had come back from work. She didn't even need to work because the husband made way too much money for them to live comfortably. But she always insisted to the husband, no, I feel good if I make my own money. I feel good if I contribute somehow. And the truth was, she just could not stand being with that man like 24/7. Because if she doesn't work, that means she has to be around the house all the time, and things were so bad that she just could not deal. So in her early 40s, she actually, actively looked for employment after having been a housewife. She actively looked for employment. But like for her, she did get employment. So that time when I bumped into her when she was at the shops, she had been back from work, but she just could not go home. And she told me this. Yes, I'm busy roaming the aisles instead of going home because I really don't want to see that man. I'm not ready to go home and see that man and be around that man. And so I was hoping that maybe I'm going to remember something that we need in the house, but I realized actually I don't need anything. And I found myself doing this all the time. And she was always buying, hey? She was always buying. When you get to her house, there's always like lots and lots of everything. You open the fridge is always packed. You open the grocery cupboard, it was always packed. There's always things everywhere, lots of things. Because she was always buying, just to try and fill that hole, that gap, that thing that's missing in her life, in her heart, just fill it up with lots of things to buy, from clothing items to accessories to food to snacks, just always buying to fill up that void. That's very sad, actually. But did the man never find out? Of course, the husband eventually found out. Of course, the husband eventually realized that, angithandwa la. Lana kahle kahle uthanda imali yami. This woman is not really in love with me anymore. And they had to go separate ways. The man filed for divorce and they had to, part ways, which was very sad on her part because, she was not ready to leave the marriage or to live that kind of lifestyle. And unfortunately for her, the man was able to prove in court during the divorce proceedings that Lorna was not loving me anymore. And actually, after some investigations, they found out that she even had a lover on the side. So she had a lover on the side. Not that the man didn't, but you know how it's like, unfortunately. Men usually get away with these cheating things. Us as women, you cheat once and it's a big deal. It's written in big captions in neon signs. She cheated. Dalo beloke bekezela over the years, the men cheating on her and doing all kinds of things. Just because now it's her, just once. And then try. Goodbye. Yeah, so it's very sad that it happens. Men hurt too. Oh, Betunana. They hurt too. Sometimes us as women think it's all about us. Sometimes as women, we think we're the only ones who are always getting hurt by men. Can't shame. There are those men who are in an unfortunate position where it's actually the woman who's hurting them. Oh, Batonana. And that is just so sad. We feel like dabukisa kakhulu if it's a guy, because it's something that's very unusual. Tina phela abagilwa, Tina hlala sigileka when it comes to these situations. Usually it's the men who cheat on us. But there's the excuse, and the society actually hypes them on. Ukuthi vela indoda angeke musindoda imi ngomlenze owodwa. Indoda kuba na more than one woman. And that we as women should just accept that fact that you're never gonna be the only one, So that's why indoda who's experiencing that, when the woman flips the script and actually cheats on a man. Hey, yeah, sad. You see a man losing their mind. Nowadays, they're not even shy to cry on social media. I remember seeing this video of this guy who was crying over a woman. And his friends were like, hey, bro, really now? And he's like, but I loved her. I loved her. Yeah, so yeah, it does happen. Men hurt too. Men are human beings too. Men have hearts too. As much as you're always told, there's more women and less men. So, bekezela, baby. But you're not gonna be the only one, But you hold a special place in my heart. Umamkhulu, don't mind lababanye abasemva wakho kusalayo ubamkhulu. But still you do find situations where, a man gets cheated on. Those situations really fascinate me. No offense, but they do, because it's you just seeing women crying their eyes out because of being cheated on by men. I remember this Jonathan Butler song, Lies. Wish I could have seen it in your eyes. Did it? lies, but I never did. Oh, I never any lies, lies. Thought I read the message in your eyes, did it? Lies, but I was too caught up in your web of lies. Whoa, lies, oh, lies, oh. You had me believing while you were deceiving me with lies. We took a vow to be ever true. And tell me, did you? Someone saw you with your old love, hand in hand. I don't understand. You said it ended so long ago. You had me believing while you were deceiving me with lies, lies. Wish I could have seen it in your eyes, seen it, lies, but I never did. Lies, lies. It took so long for me to realize lies, but I was too caught up in your world of lies. Someone calls at the strangest of times, and I swear I hear a man's voice on the other side. You give me the same old story. It's just a friend. That's who it is, girl. I hate to say it, but my faith in you is shaking. Don't say you love me. Where is my heart? You break it with your lies. Ah, shame, man. Oh. I shouldn't get the boogie side if it's a guy. Imagine the guy saying this. I was so caught up in your web of lies, so in love with you that I could not see it. And you'd always lie to me and say when the person you're on the phone with is, just a friend. Kanti. And I like it, when a guy cries. I encourage my sons. I've got 2 sons. I encourage them to express themselves when they're not happy, when they're sad, when they want to cry, when they want to scream, when they want to shout. Then the ukuthi indoda ayikhali yiyo le that ends up turning men into evil beings. That's what perpetuates the GBV situation. If men, buckle up with the way they feel, buckle up their pain and not share it and not express it, not cry it out, men should be allowed to cry. Men, please do cry. Please do express yourselves. Please do talk to someone. Please go to therapy. It doesn't make you less of a man. Actually, it makes you a real man when you show your real feelings and you live your true self. You don't live a fake life and pretend to be something that you're not. Pretend like you're not hurting when you actually are hurting. So yeah, some women are very good, eh? They're very good at lying to men. You hear of stories of women who have like 5 boyfriends, 5 different boyfriends, minister of what, and all 5 of them are not away. They're all thinking, I'm the only one, because men are like that. They think they're the only ones who can cheat. So for to tell my sister, minister of transport, especially the younger ones, Minister of Transport, Minister of Hair, Minister of Nails, Minister of Rent, Minister of Groceries. Can about 5. I keep at the those stories really fascinate me. Like I said earlier, but other women, they make it up for us. They make it up for us, and I'm not saying it's a good thing to do, but I'm just saying no. Tina is women. Tina is kasi cry ourselves to sleep. Who sleep with pillows soaking wet of tears because of men who don't do us right. Men who hurt our feelings. Anyway, that's enough for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna do more of these now, more sit down videos. I'm gonna do more of the sit down videos compared to vlogs. I'm a senior woman anyway, and if there's not much going on, I definitely will be doing more sit downs, instead of vlogs. And to be honest, vlogs are a lot of work, guys. When it comes to content creating, during that phase when you're not getting monetized yet, when you don't get paid, but you just have to keep making the videos, hey, it's tough. It's tough. It needs you to really love what you're doing, which is the case with me. I really love content creating. It's a lot of work. The editing part is the worst for me. Even coming up with the content, it's still a lot of work because you gotta think, gotta plan. It has to be a thought out thing, a thought out process. You can't just do it for the sake of doing it. You have to intentionally put out, a well thought out content, which is interesting and will keep people engaged and will keep people coming back to watch you. So it's not easy. It's a lot of work to think the amount of time, the amount of effort, and they don't even get paid. So please, guys, be nice and subscribe, like the video, share the video, and mostly do comment, because that will work in my favor in terms of algorithm. The YouTube algorithm will pick it up, and then will suggest the videos to more people on YouTube, who are searching for videos to watch. In that way, my channel is gonna grow. So please subscribe, and I hope you come back for more. So this is me, Miss LPD, Miss Lungi, signing out. Stay living and stay woke. Goodbye.